Hello everyone, welcome back to the MCQ series by BPA Buddy. So today's MCQ are about tissues. So what is the study of tissue called? So it is called histology. It is basically the branch of science which deals with the study of tissues under microscope. How many basic types of tissues are present in a human body? There are four basic types of tissue that are present: epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous tissue. Which tissue connects different tissue and organs together? So tissue to organ, which kind of tissue connects tissues and organ? It is connective tissue. It basically supports, binds and connects the organ and other tissues. Most abundant tissue that is found in the body is connective tissue. It is widely distributed and forms a larger part of body mass. So main cell of connective tissue is fibroblast. It produces connective tissue fibers and ground substance. Connective tissue stores fat. Which connective tissue store fat? Adipose tissue. Adipose tissue stores fat and provide insulation and energy reserve. Connective tissue transports substance in body. Which connective tissue? Blood. Blood transport oxygen, nutrients, hormones and metabolic waste. Tendons connect muscle to bone and that helps in movement. Ligament connects bone to bone. They join bones together at the joints and provide stability. Cartilage is a perfect example of supporting connective tissue. Cartilage provides structural support and flexibility to the body parts basically. Cell is responsible for defense in connective tissue are mast cells and macrophages. Mast cells release histamine and macrophages perform the function of phagocytosis. Which fiber provides strength in connective tissue? Collagen fibers. They are have highly tensile strength and they give it to connective tissue. Elastic fibers mainly provide elasticity, as the name suggests, allows tissue to stretch and return into its matrix of connective tissue consists of ground substance and fibers. Extracellular matrix is made up of fibers embedded in the ground substances. Areolar tissue is classified as loose connective tissue. It is loosely arranged and fills spaces between the organs. Which cell produces antibodies? Plasma cell produces antibodies. They synthesize and release antibodies during the immune response. Which connective tissue forms skeleton, cartilage and bone? They provide structural framework of the body. So which tissue acts as shock absorber? Cartilage. Cartilage cushion joints and reduce friction during the movement. Ground substance mainly contains proteins and carbohydrates and also contain many of proteoglycans and glycoproteins. Reticular fibers are mainly formed for supporting the network in the organs, and reticular fibers form delicate supporting framework in organs like spleen. Which connective tissue is avascular? Avascular cartilage. It lacks blood vessels and receives nutrients by diffusion. The cells present in the cartilage are called chondrocytes. They are mature cells located in lacunae of cartilage. Cell responsible for bone formation are osteoblasts and they synthesize and deposit new bone matrix. Cell responsible for bone reabsorption is osteoclasts. They break down bone tissue during the remodeling. Hardest connective tissue is bone, and bone is hardened by the mineral salts containing mainly calcium phosphate. Which connective tissue stores calcium? Bone. Bone acts as main storage site for calcium and phosphorus. Which connective tissue provide insulation to the body? Adipose tissue. It reduces the heat loss by insulating the body. Dense regular connective tissue is found in tendons containing parallel collagen fibers forming the dense regular tissue. Which connective tissue has highest regenerative capacity? Blood. Blood cells are continuously regenerated in the bone marrow. Which connective tissue contains histamine? Mast cells release histamine during the allergic and inflammatory reactions. Which connective tissue fibers is strongest? Collagen fiber. They provide maximum tensile strength to the tissues. Which tissue act as packaging material between the organs? Areolar tissue. They fill spaces and support the surrounding structures. Basic unit of bone is osteon. Osteon is present in Havassian system. It is also known as structural unit of compact bone. Which connective tissue helps in the phagocytosis? Macrophages help. Macrophages basically engulf and destroy the microbes and debris. Which connective tissue contains adipocytes? Adipose tissue contains adipocytes. They are specialized cells that stores fat. Which connective tissue forms lymphoid organs? Reticular tissue. They form framework of lymph nodes, spleen and the bone marrow. Which connective tissue contains osteocytes? Osteocytes are mature cells located in lacunae of bone matrix. Main component of bone matrix is calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate crystals provide hardness and strength to the bone. Which connective tissue has lacunae? Bone and cartilage has lacunae. Lacunae are small cavities that contain cells in bone and cartilage. Which connective tissue is responsible for immune defense? Reticular tissue. They support immune cells in lymphoid organs. This was it for the MCQ series 3 of tissues and connective tissues. Meet you in the next one. Till then, keep studying.